Hey everyone, welcome. This is Unity Quest Podcast, a space where we delve into the diverse perspectives of individuals from various walks of life. I am your host, Cindy, and I'm so glad that you're here with us today. Today we have another remarkable guest joining us, Monica Dongre, with expertise in marketing, IT, and human resource management. However, her journey doesn't stop there. Monica has an incredible track record of impactful initiatives supporting international development and sustainability. Currently, she serves as the program's director at CDS Kenya and is also involved with G100, advocating for gender equality and empowering women leaders in Kenya. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Really want to thank you for giving me this opportunity today. I'm so grateful. Yeah.
You're very much welcome, Monica. There's one thing that really caught my attention. Your background and expertise are truly multifaceted and impressive to me. And then now, currently, you are the program's director at CDS Kenya, which focuses on rural community development. What inspired you to pursue this impactful career for rural community, please?
Thank you so much, Cindy, for the question. Okay, so I have been working in this sector for a few years now. I have visited rural areas in Africa. It
Mhm.
is uh, it is easily shows that they lag behind cities by decades. Like they are still facing problems of multiple issues like literacy, unemployment, and lack of basic infrastructure like school, college, hospitals, sanitation, etc. There is no economic opportunity in rural area. Young families cannot live there, no
Yeah.
matter how much they might want to. They don't have a normal life living there or basic facilities, if I say. So I believe for nation economy to be strong, rural economy has to build up. Yeah, it is important. As in India, Gandhiji also once very well quoted that future of a nation lies into villages. So
Mhm.
therefore, villages have to be strengthened from within by implementing policies that improve their livelihood and provide them working opportunity on their own lands without forcing them to look for opportunities in city. So that caught my attention. So
Mhm.
through working in rural areas, we can develop the overall national capacities in terms of the development. So that's what got my attention into this area. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Monica. We kind of share similar story actually with my strong background in civil engineering. And then after I had opportunity, um, my very first volunteering opportunity in a rural area in Uganda, which had nothing to do with civil engineering. And then at that time, something that kind of like highlighted how I found my true calling in unexpected ways. And probably, as you said about the Gandhiji uh, quote, right, or Gandhiji's statement, that probably also sparked your interest that a strong rural economy is vital for national strength. So I do admire your realization or your dedication now on strengthening the rural areas through better policies or and local opportunities, because that's really really crucial to prevent migration to cities and also to promote the rural community sustainable development. So Monica, could you please perhaps tell us more about your recent projects with CDS Kenya, please?
All right. So, Cindy, to answer this question, we need to look at what problem our organization is solving and how
Yeah.
are we solving these issues. Uh, so, the ultimate goal of CDS is to strengthen capabilities and
Mhm.
promote, educate, and foster empowerment. So, if the social and economic future of Bongoma sub counties in Western Kenya children through school based programs and promote gender equality and advanced education opportunity. So we in CDS we try and do programs related to girl child education. Like it is important to pull these girls up, and these ideas hold women back from contributing to important development goals, especially in the area of economic growth. A key issue limiting women's potential is lack of education. We need to see that in rural area there are issues of education, while the issue of gender equality has gained greater attention, and passing of country's new constitute in 2010 increased women right in Kenya. So because of this woman right, now people are thinking about greater attention in gender equalities. So 40% of regions underage girls do not finish their grade 8. So this is a very crucial thing which somebody in rural area should look into, and our organization is also focusing on this area. Local communities, farmers see little advantage in educating their girls nowadays. So families living on less than $2 per day, they cannot afford sanitary pads to help their girls stay in school during menstruation. And adolescent girls miss nearly a week of school each month due to their menses. So these are the thing these are the problems CDS is trying to solve through their various programs. And other barriers to girls education in Kenya include emergency caused by drought, children labor due to high level of poverty, and religious and cultural tradition favoring boys. More than 30% of girls in Kenya get married before the age of 18. So, so when I talk about problems and issue, these are the main issues CDS is trying to help through our programs. The life options of girl in regions are severely constrained by inequalities, life skill learning opportunity, and lack of material support. There is no in school health education program nor opportunity for girl to learn and apply life skills that can effectively improve their social and economic future. Hence, CDS is it's in past and current project is supporting these teenage girls and women with training and mentorship. So we have several programs in the,
Mm-hmm.
if I tell you about these programs. So in one of the program we give training to this teenage girls, mentorship programs. Second is we do the distribution of sanitary pads to school girls so that they
Mm-hmm.
can easily go to school, and there is no left out because of these regular issues for girls. We also have free medical camps. So if there are, because the numbers are too high in teenage pregnancy, we also support them with free medical camps so that they can live a healthy life in terms of if they need a medical cure in those years. Then we have a wages program, women and girl education scholarship program, where we try and support girls with the school fees.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and we pay for their full school fees, and if they require school shoes, uniform, and other study material under this program, we support the other materials also in wages program. So yeah, these are the current program. And one more program I want to mention, which we have started recently, which is with one of the organization, Nyan Sapo AI. We have
Mm-hmm.
started artificial intelligence program with them. So this organization is basically, if I talk about the title of the project, which is foundational literacy and numeracy for children. So the objective of program is to build a strong foundation of skills that will carry student throughout their future education. So here we are supporting more than 15 schools in Western Kenya with the teachers training program in artificial intelligence. And this organization with the partnership of this organization, we are providing tablets to the school teachers, and they are providing training for artificial intelligence, how to use those apps and how to make the most advantage of this artificial intelligence to support these children with the education. Yeah.
Absolutely incredible, Monica. I can imagine the complexity of the problems on the ground, and I believe all of these issues, one of the main causes is rooted in the lack of education within the rural community. However, Monica, as I'm sure that we don't have much time to delve deeply into all of these issues and all the programs, especially considering that CDS Kenya already has many programs in place, I'd like to focus our episode today probably on education and gender inequality. I found one program that you mentioned it about wages. I think this is very inspiring and a very, very important program. So, could you please tell us more about that?
Yeah, so Cindy, as I mentioned before, also with our organization, Community Development and Sustainability Organization, our aim is to we are working majorly in three areas. Like one is women empowerment, second is environmental issues, and third is and specifically education.
Yeah.
So in woman empowerment actually includes the part of education of girl child and woman in that
Mhm.
area. And CDS basically have their major project in Western Kenya. So in Western Kenya, if you see, the percentages are very, very high in terms of literacy levels. So to improve and enhance the number of the learners and school going girls, after looking at this crucial issue, we started this program. So
Yeah.
the quality education is very, very important. Not only education, quality education is very important for the
Yeah.
our youth. So quality education is our fourth SDG. If you see, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals is the um, mm, fourth SDG. So woman and girl education scholarship operates uh, mm, within the context of gender equality. And unfortunately, a big percentage of girls give up the number of school dropouts have been increased, and the wages program, you know, and the wages program is aimed to offer full tuition and cost for more than 30 girls from the region every year. So I know that right now the number is not too high, but we are increasing every year in terms of number of the girl to whom we can support for their fees, so that they do not stop themselves to from the education. We make sure that every girl from rural area at least have access to a quality education. So every we are increasing this number, and we are selecting these girls from 30 schools, and we see where the need is more. We select those students who cannot pay their fees at all, and
Hmm.
sometimes not only fees, they can't even afford their uniforms, their shoes, their books, their bags, and other study material which are required for a quality education. We select these girls, and they and we support with all the materials and fees in this wages program. Yeah.
Could you please tell us a little bit on the selection requirement? Yeah, you mentioned about you probably already select among the 30 schools, and then,
Yeah.
yeah, is there any other requirements so that perhaps it is like one girl each school, or it can be also 30 girls out of, yeah, it maybe the rank or something, perhaps?
Yeah, so the criteria is only and only poverty. Like if the if we see that the girl cannot even afford a proper uniform, then it's very hard and very difficult for her to pay the entire fees. And we also see the potential of the student. It's very important to see whether the child is interested in further studies. Because if you pay a full fees for a girl who is not interested in,
Mm-hmm.
learning,
Yeah.
so then also it's not worth it to, pick and choose that particular student for help and support. So we try and see the intentions, and also very important is the financial part of the parents. If they are unable to even bring buy them school shoes or a normal shoes, then we have to help and support these girls. And now, as I told you, it's not necessary they should be from different school or something like that. It completely depends on what is the situation of the learner. So yeah.
So basically, the
Like,
financial support is fully funded by the CDS Kenya, right?
yes, with the help and support of our different various partners who exist, like who are some are government, and some are United Nation bodies, and some are private sectors and different bigger NGOs who are supporting us in different various programs, including wages.
I see. And is there, so I'm just curious to know,
Yeah.
so from the school itself, what is the effort? Because um, the reason why I asked this, because for example, in my country of origin in Indonesia, the school itself
Mhm.
offer some kind of scholarship for yeah, let's say poor children, something like that. Is there any kind of that scholarship program from the school?
Um, No, the issue is, Cindy, if you come, as we have discussed before also, if you
Mm-hmm.
come to Africa, and if you go to a rural area in Africa, but particularly I'm talking about, because we are talking our scenario in CDS,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Western Kenya. If you go there, the poverty levels are very high. Even schools, they don't have enough classrooms, enough study material, enough proper toilets.
Mm-hmm.
So they are already seeking help for all these facilities. So it is very difficult for them to provide scholarship for even though they want to, but there are difficulty and challenges in terms of providing them scholarship for studies. So, but government is slowly taking initiative. I think in coming future we will see some good results in education also from the government side. But right now, the scenario is not that good in terms of education when it comes to government, or when it comes to private schools in rural specifically.
I see. Wow. Um, yeah, there is one thing just suddenly brought me back to where I was in Uganda in my case. There are so
Yeah.
many parents like came to me told that their children forced to drop out to not able to continue the school because they couldn't pay for the uniform fee, for example. And
Yeah.
I wonder um if in Kenya, in the context of your rural area, is there any initiative from the government that try to, let's say, to do some kind of like uniform fee exemption for these let's say like poor children? Because I don't think, in my opinion at least, I don't think uniform is really mandatory. Or is it is still mandatory? How what is in your situation, Monica?
Okay, so of course the uniform is mandatory for sure, because the learners are going to school, so they have, because since I visited multiple schools in Western Kenya, so I am aware about this situation, that it is important.
Mhm.
But the scenario is, even after it is compulsory, they don't have one. So that's when different NGOs, small and big NGO, comes into the picture, and they try and, come together and support these children. Even very small CBOs, community based organization, who are not registered. They try and support, if not fees, they support with, even shoes and normal clothes, not even uniform. Sometimes they think that they're that poor that they don't have normal proper clothes to wear at home, so they sometimes help and support these children for regular needs. So yeah, they are important, they are important, and we are trying to solve this issue slowly and slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that, and I do agree that development takes time.
Yeah.
Definitely, also collaboration between government, NGO, CBO. Yeah, they're all uh, as complex as it sounds, and also yeah, everything takes time in terms of the process and the progress. But perhaps
Yeah.
based on your um, real experience on the ground, perhaps you can share us some
Mm.
insights on what approaches or what strategies that you have found perhaps effective to optimize um, the current programs or the current facility that you try to facilitate to achieve the objectives of, let's say, the CDS Kenya mission.
Okay, so to answer this question, I would say not only CDS. I think any NGO
Yeah,
need few things to see before starting any program, or maybe at the initial stages of the organization. They should see. I think the first thing I would say is the setting clear goals is very important. Defining specific, measurable, achievable, and
yeah,
relevant time bound. Time bound is very important because you can run a program for 10 years and there is no impact. So
exactly.
time bound goals to guide the organization activities. So the first thing I would say is to setting clear goals is very important, because sometimes the NGOs, they open their register but they are clueless what exactly their goals are, what they want to achieve. Yeah.
Mm,
So this is the biggest challenge. And second thing, because the problems are there, and there are people who wants to solve these issues, but they are clueless, they are aimless, they don't have goals.
yeah,
And second thing I will say is environmental analysis.
yeah,
So, mm, so we should conduct, I mean, any NGO or maybe CDS or any organization who wants to support, they should conduct a um, assessment of NGO internal strength and weakness, as well as external opportunities and threats to make a decision. It helps in decision making, that what all strength we have within organization, what all weakness we have, and what all opportunities are out there in the current scenario, and what could be threats if we start this organization, or if we are running this organization. So this SWOT analysis of an organization is very important, though this I think is very important. And then third I would say is strategic planning. Strategic planning is very important to developing comprehensive plan that outline the step, resources, and timelines required to achieve the NGO's objective. In strategic plan, you can obviously, you can write down your small step or maybe short term goals. I would say in our language, we define our short term goals that I want to achieve. If I take example of wages program, so by 2025 I would be help I would help like not 30 but 50 women or
mm,
50 girls who are not able to pay their fees, and by 20 to 30
mhm,
I will be able to help like maybe 300 girls or maybe 200 girls, um, if not that big, but 200 girls by 2030. So these are small steps we should see in our strategic plan, and we see what all resources we have to achieve those small steps. And then and our timeline, as I said, 2025, 2030, what I'll be able to achieve in by 2025 and by 2030. So we should also check our timeline. Why it is important to be, to not to get lost
Yeah.
somewhere on along the way. It is very important to check our timelines. And third, I would say, is resource allocation. Resource allocation is very important. It is effectively allocating resources such as finance, human resources, technology, to support the strategic initiative. So when I was talking about strategic initiative, we need to know who all will do what. And I think last and but not the least is monitoring and evaluating. It's important to implementing a system to track progress,
Yeah.
measure outcome, and make adjustment as needed to ensure the NGO stays on a course towards its goal. So we should check our small step, and whether we are on track, we are not on track. We should measure our outcomes, whatever we have decided. Like if we as CDS have decided to achieve a particular goal till 2025, are we there or not there, and what all stoppages we had while achieving those goals. So this monitoring and evaluation, this step is very important to reach the goal. Yeah. So I think these five elements, I would say, is the very important thing.
Thank you so much, Monica. I'm sure that this is very, very important and informative information to hear, because as we know that not many NGOs are very organized, and I think we should note it that organize the organization is the
Yeah.
key, to help the organization itself to grow further, to
Yeah.
achieve their goals in any time, in a more timely manner, something like that. Yeah. Monica, last but not least, you told me, because we spoke before about your
Yeah.
workshop. Yeah, you recently
Yeah.
attended a workshop, right, on skill building
Mm.
or skill development as well, and also about your previous meaningful experience in fundraising and grant management. If you can share a little bit with us on how do you plan to integrate this knowledge into CDS Kenya programs or initiatives? Yeah.
Trainings and capacity building, if I say, are essential components for effective functioning and success of non-governmental or any CBO or other organization who are working towards mm, similar goals. So I think they are important because it enhance effectiveness. First, I would say the capacity building equips NGOs with the necessary skills, knowledge, and tools to enhance their overall effectiveness. Training program can focus on areas such as, project management, strategic planning, as I was telling you before,
Mm-hmm.
how to raise funds, and then advocacy and communication. It helps NGO carry out their mission more effectively. If you are having any workshop and training sessions on these particular topics, I think it makes overall process very effective. Like you can achieve your goals effectively and maybe timely. So I think this is the first thing I would say. And second thing is professional development. So
Yeah.
um, NGOs like CDS often, operate in complex and dynamic environment, and continuous training, like I did, as you were telling me, I did. NGO staff and volunteer stay up to date with the latest development, trends, and best practices in their respective field. This ongoing professional development is crucial for adapting the changing circumstances and addressing the new challenges. So, in professional development scenario, this training really helps because when you are aware that what are the ongoing, environmental changes are happening, or what are the new policies are coming up in the market, you are there to, support your project with the foolproof plan and foolproof policies you have in hand. And third thing I would say is it improves the overall organizational efficiency.
Yeah.
The training and capacity building assets NGO improve their internal process and system. It includes financial management, human resources development, and the use of technology. It tells you, it teaches you how to use the new technology and how can you leverage and make the most of advantage of these technology. And improved efficiency enable NGO to allocate resources more effectively, and ensuring that the other efforts have a like whatever efforts we are taking have a greater impact on the overall project. And fourth thing, I would say, strategic planning and vision. The training program can help um, our organization develop strategic plan and vision building skill. Like last 3 days, I was involved in one of the training sessions. One of our partners, ZZ Afrique, they have organized this training for us, and
Mhm.
not only for us, for other 10 to 10 or 12 partners along with CDS. So I would say in this part, strategic planning and vision, they actually taught us how to make a strategic plan, how to do grant management, how to support your case when you are going for ask for a grant or particular fundraising activities. How can you go about it? So before this training, I was unaware of the strategies we should make before approaching a company for fundraise. But post this training, now I am very well aware how to approach a company with foolproof plan, with foolproof strategy. That okay, we work on these areas, these are our key areas, these are our unique areas, these are our partners, and etc etc. So you give a detailed projection of your entire organization. So these trainings are very important, I would say, for the organization. And five, I would say, increase sustainability. So if you are well prepared, you're fully skilled, and you have proper training in your subject, whatever you're doing, the for the sustainable in the long term to continue the work, the capacity building can help organization develop sustainable funding models, establish partnership, and build strong relationship with stakeholders. Uh, because if you don't have proper details in hand, um, as it is required, because when stakeholders are giving you some amount of money like 1 million, 2 million, 50 million, whatever the amount is, they will require a lot of details from you. They will expect a strategic plan in hand. Without those information, I think it's very hard to get even a single shilling or single dollar. It's very very hard to get. So the NGOs that are financially and operationally sustainable are better equipped to weather challenges and continue the mission. So I would say it increases sustainability if you are skilled. It is enhanced advocacy and networking. It also helps in adaptability to change, because now you have training. If there are changes in the weather, if there are changes in the social political landscape, emergencies in the globe or in the nation, now you are well prepared for every kind of situation. Then quality service delivery, it's very important. If you are promising some services from your NGO, that you will provide this, you will provide uniform, so you take care of the quality delivery services, right? And and last but not the least, risk management. How to take care of the risk, how to handle various risks, including financial, legal, operational challenges. So training program can equip staff with the risk needed in to identify, assess, and mitigate risk, thereby safeguarding the organization reputation and ensuring its long-term visibility. So I think these 8 to 9 points, whatever I said, I think as per me, it helps you um, work like for long last, and ensure that your organization is going well in whatever object you have in hand. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Monica. What you have just shared with us is very powerful and comprehensive to me. I truly appreciate that you have shared them with us, and thank you once again for your time today.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much for having me today. Thank you so much.
and that concludes our episode today. Stay tuned for more stories of compassion and advocacy in the episodes to come. Until next time, remember, kindness is contagious, so let's keep spreading it far and wherever you go.